G, I need my chin strap.
I need a chin strap. I don't got a chin strap. I don't got one.
Okay, if you've never been in the locker room, allow us to welcome you into ours. Deshaun Watson, y'all, has not been good.
Sorry.
That's shiny right there.
It had to happen.
Here's a question. Let me cut to the chase. Is it time for the Browns to bench Deshaun Watson? I didn't want to say it. I did not want to say it, but I had to ask. They're 1-3. Shady, is it time for the Browns to bench Deshaun?
It's been time. But I'll say this, though. If he remains a starter, it's been time for him to be on the bench. He's a bad quarterback. And as long as we've been waiting for to see the real him, because I'd be like, yo, there's no way they can be this bad. He was so great. Not good, but he was great. It's over with. And this will be his last year he'll start as any quarterback. Yeah, it's back up time.
It's done.
Yeah, it's back up time. It's back up time.
It's done.
Yeah.
All right.
It's back up time.
Time to bench him, Jay?
I was in Las Vegas this weekend.
Okay.
You want some money?
Watching the game.
Yep.
At the game.
You didn't win no money then.
No money. In the stadium. With my own 2 eyes watching.
What you see?
What you see? Yeah. I was like, you take the whole
I don't need the all 22 breakdown. I don't need none of that. I was right there. It's time.
Is he bad?
So
why?
It's over. He don't have it here. He don't have it. He's not confident. I'm watching the game, and yes, I understand Mari Cooper dropped the ball, interception. It's so many plays to where I was like, what you looking at, dog? He right there. He right there. Run. Be you. It was never there. He had one good drive, and that was the first drive of the football game where they got the ball, went down the field, he made some nice throws, they scored. After that, I'm like, who is this dude? And I started thinking, Jameis can do this. And might be able to do it a little bit better. And that's why I say it's time, because there's no difference. Usually between the starting quarterback and the backup, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no difference between Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston.
Wow. You the quarterback, Jay.
I mean, it's hard to argue with somebody
we in the locker room,
and saw
man.
it firsthand, right?
That ain't even that crazy. That's real.
Yeah, but like I see that on film. I see what you're talking about, but it's even more interesting for you to say it because you saw it in person.
Right
it's
there.
the confidence issue. That's the biggest issue I see is stuff is open. And let's just redefine what open is in the NFL versus open in college, right? Like open in college is 5 yards, okay? Open in the NFL is like a yard, half yard. You're throwing guys open. He's lost his accuracy. Like that's the biggest thing. I don't know if it's shoulder injury. I don't know if it's a black cloud surrounding him from all the off the field stuff. And when you lose that confidence as a quarterback, it's really difficult to get it back. You have to have experience and success to get that confidence back. I'm with Shady. I don't even know if it's going to come back. And I just think, like, we all know the viral Browns quarterback jersey. Yeah. Okay, well, you're going to have Deshaun Watson plastered on the top of it with all these 38 quarterbacks, all this franchise that it is. It's going to happen next year.
Crazy.
It is crazy to think about because he was really, really good in 2019 and 2020. And in 4 years later, he's going to end up with his name on the back of the jersey. And then you're like, okay, Chase, why is it, do I think that DTR or Jameis will start? I don't know if it's just hearing stuff I don't know if it's Jameis.
Yeah.
It might be DTR. They definitely give them a better chance to win. Why are they not doing it? One, $230 million guaranteed. $78 million cap hit, they cut him, okay? That's why. The bigger issue is you can't tell me right now and today that Kevin Stefanski wants Deshaun Watson out there. I believe it's upper management that is keeping them out there because he does not want to be another. They don't want their quarterback to be another name on that jersey because it's an embarrassment to the franchise. Every quarterback goes to Cleveland to die. That's just what it is. And this Deshaun Watson's different because he's done it. But every quarterback, the upper management, I guarantee you, does not want Deshaun Watson's name on that viral jersey.
Here's my thing, though, Jay.
Yeah.
Talking to you.
Yeah.
You the receiver. But that's not what Amari Cooper was doing. There wasn't no there was no
Drop.
So I can't sit here and just say it's all on Deshaun Watson. Y'all saw the game. You were there. Of course you saw the game.
I was there. Yeah.
Amari Cooper's 80-yard touchdown where Deshaun boom, jumps, gets hit, throws a strike, gets called back because of a phantom holding call. If that's not a phantom holding call, the Browns take the lead with 10:32 left in the fourth.
Right.
End of the game, Amari Cooper, right off his chest. Amari Cooper leads the National Football League in drops. Amari Cooper, I think at the beginning of the season, took to his Instagram story and either said they should trade him or he liked the photo about being traded.
I wouldn't mind it at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's like, obviously Deshaun has not been elite. That doesn't need to be said. But it's not like the line is there. It's not like the running back is there. And it's not like the receiver's helping.
Can I get it? Go ahead.
Okay, so when you said we should bench Deshaun, it ain't just because of this year or this game. It's been since he's been a Brown. He's been bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I will say this, he deserves that 230 though, right? I would have paid him that 230
No
million
doubt.
guaranteed.
No doubt.
Because he was so good. I remember playing against him in the playoff game when I was with the Chiefs. We was like, yo, Deshaun, Patrick Mahomes was nice, but Deshaun, he kind of close. We all thought that. And then he goes to the Browns, and whenever he had going on off the field, and he gets there, he's not even the same player. So I'm going to go to the wide receivers part because I'm looking as an offensive weapon. And if my teammate that we were hyping up, and I was happy to get him, was supposed to be so nice, he gets here, he's the opposite, and he's bad as a player, I'm frustrated. For one, he wanted his money, right? He didn't get his money. Number two is, when I'm open, he's not throwing me the ball. And then when I am open, he's throwing the ball crazy ways, so I'm frustrated. So now when the ball really hits me in my hands, I'm not mentally ready for that, and I might drop it. That happens all the time. I remember playing on offensive lines where it's like they are a bad group of guys. And then when I finally get a hole, I'm still kind of nervous because I've been getting hit all day. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer the question, and I'm gonna ask a question.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Next question, too.
My answer to your question is, who's the worst player right now in the Browns offense?
Deshaun.
Thank
that
you.
we know.
Thank you.
The quarterback.
Because the offensive lineman.
Man, you better stop.
We know
The only reason why I say that is because we've seen this offense with Joe Flacco. We've seen this offense with DTR. We've seen this offense with 4 different quarterbacks last year. That's why this coach, Stefanski, won Coach of the Year over DeMeco Ryans, because he won football games with 4 different quarterbacks. And it looked different. Did the offense, was Coop not open and catching the ball with Joe Flacco?
He was.
So that's all I'm saying. The offense looked totally different with any other quarterback other than Deshaun Watson. That's why I'm saying go with somebody else, because we've seen the offense look better with everybody else except you. So you saying Amari Cooper, that's cool, but how are you catching them from Joe and them? You know what I'm saying?
Excited to be out
because no, he's catching them from Joe and them because he's in a rhythm. Through the offense, a lot of these passes that Deshaun Watson is not throwing, Joe Flacco's getting his ball out of his hands throwing. So Deshaun Watson is in a tough spot mentally right now. And I'm telling y'all, watching the game, I'm just like, dude, he does not have it mentally, and he's not confident. And we all know, sitting in this locker room, if you do not have confidence playing this game here, you ain't gonna be good.
We're sitting in the locker room, and sometimes you have hard conversations in the locker room.
that's
Shady,
facts.
you said something that I thought was interesting, and I just want to ask you a follow-up on it. You said that Deshaun Watson deserved the $230 million all-guaranteed contract. The Browns gave him that contract and knew he was going to be suspended for a year. They made his base salary $1 million so he wouldn't lose out on money. They are the only team to even get remotely close to offering that much guaranteed money. Why do you think he deserved it based on the past? Because that locker room right now, I guarantee, and I know they're fractured, they don't believe he deserved that $230 million contract.
Who don't?
The locker room.
I mean, I'm not really worried with the Browns locker room other than Myles Garrett is talking about anything. But I will say this, though. Why wouldn't he deserve that money? They haven't had a quarterback nowhere like Deshaun Watson before he got there. Before he got there, he was electrifying. He was one of the top dudes. Before he got there, the year before that, he led the league in yards, right? And he didn't have the DeAndre Hopkins and none of them dudes. So if you ask me at that time, he was like a top 3, top 5 guy. And we thought that he was even going to be even better because he was so young. The Browns had never seen nobody as good as him.
No.
Not even near as good as him.
And then even when Deshaun Watson, I mean, obviously Cleveland gave him all that money. But it was a couple teams ready to give him a bunch of money.
Yes, it was.
And was it not? And if we was talking about this in the locker room back then, we'd be like, boy, whoever get it, dog. Hey,
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
We can't do that. That's right.
He
Yeah.
earned that. He earned that
that
money
bread.
by the way he played in Houston. Now he ain't earning it now.
No, he's not now.
That's different. But he earned that money.
And even when he got the deal, nobody was really tripping. We was like, yo, he getting $20 million guaranteed, but we wasn't tripping because he deserved it. I can't even name who was really better than Deshaun.
Yeah.
Who was a free agent?
Russ
really.
was in the conversation, and Pat wasn't Pat yet, to your point.
I mean, Pat was still better.
Pat was
Oh, yeah, right,
19,
right.
you feel me? That's
Yeah,
before
yeah,
Pat won the Super Bowl.
okay.
19, Pat won his first MVP, so I think Pat was here.
Deshaun was
Deshaun was that
something
dude.
else. And I think that's why it's so crazy right now we even having this conversation because bro was cold.
It was crazy.
Bro was cold.
Hey, Chase, man. After the break.
I ain't apologizing again on this show.
I mean, you might have to, because see what happened was.
And you
So
might-
look, on Friday, Chase said
wait for
Colorado
Shady.
was going to get blown out.
I can't wait for
The
Shady.
question is, does Chase owe Deion Sanders an apology?
Turn it up. Turn it up.